A lot of people don't know Gandhi was racist. I don't really fuck with these nigga like Gandhi. Such a Earth gang, man. Hope y'all listening. What's up, nigga? A lot of this shit. Let's look at time. All right. Salutations and welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host,
Karen.
And we are live on a Monday night, ready to do some podcasting. Find us everywhere you find podcasts. Leave us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts because we like to read those when we do our feedback show. The official weapon of the show is
the folding chair.
And the unofficial sport,
bullet ball.
And bullet ball extreme. That's right. And of course, today it's just me and Karen. Old school episode, the way some of y'all like. I know some of y'all say y'all don't even listen when we have guests, which is, don't tell me that, jerk. But we appreciate y'all.
Like our guests.
We appreciate that y'all like, just hearing me and Karen.
It was like we don't care about them other folks. We just want y'all.
Yeah,
y'all while we came.
Right, and that's fine. We not long as you come. I guess it's just like. It's like men having sex. Long as you come, it was a good time. Right?
It was a good time, apparently.
All right, let's get into some banter. This is the official banter segment of the show,
right?
Where we do like all the other podcasts and talk about nothing for a while. Karen, what's going on?
In my work, nothing.
Okay, all right. So that was Karen's banter.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared. My bad.
Hey, listen. Some people they know we're doing the show and they come with a little something, and some people don't. We got takeout from the club last night.
We did. It was actually flames.
Yeah, we went. I was trying to. Listen, I don't know what got into me. Actually, I do know what got into me. I saw a picture on something. I don't know if it was on Instagram, Yelp, whatever I was on. And it was a picture of the best looking fried shrimp I've ever seen. I was just like, God damn. Oh, look at them bad boys. They fried to perfection. And I saw it like maybe a week ago. And I've been wanting some fried shrimp for over a week. And
every time we go, something happened.
Yeah, like I wanted to go to Script Shack. Turns out they actually closed on. They were closed at the time I wanted to go anyway, so I couldn't have got it. It's there's a bunch of other like restaurants, but if I don't know where y'all live, but where I live in Charlotte, if you want some fried shrimp, the kind that I want, you don't have to go to the hood. It's just that's where the good fried seafood is.
We don't want some people to taste shrimp.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go out West Boulevard area, maybe the North Side, Thrift Road. I might have to make a. And so, just my personal, it's not an anti-black thing. It's just a safety thing. Mm-hmm. I like to go to those parts of town when the sun's up.
Me too.
So, it's like a catch-22 because like some of them spots stay open till like 2 a.m, but I'm not going off Thrift Road at 2 a.m. I'm not going off West Boulevard at 2 a.m. Dog, no fish is that good. So, I've been trying to find like my balance of time when I could do it, especially with us doing this show at night.
Right.
And so last night we did the show, of course, 10 a.m. and I didn't really have anything else to do. I got some movie reviews to do, but it'll be a second until I get those up. And so I was like, you know what? I want some shrimp. But then I went in the bedroom to see if Karen was up, and she was asleep. And Karen has this weird rule that if I leave the house to get something to eat or do something without her while she's sleeping, she don't like that. She got an attitude about it. And so
I want to participate.
She wants to participate.
Yes, I do.
If I'm like, hey, I'm going to the store, it's like, without me or whatever. I'm like, okay, all right. So I never presume to tell her what her schedule is, but I know that I can't just dip. So I went to see if she was awake, and she really wasn't. So I just let her sleep. But that was putting back my shrimp time. I was like, fuck, I might have to find a late night spot. So I found a late night spot that had the shrimp. And I just said, fuck it. I'm paying for the shrimp. And it had them downtown Charlotte prices.
Yes.
Like, this wasn't like I could have gone off West Boulevard and went to like a bullet hole in the window spot and probably save some money.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, fuck it, man. I'll go downtown or whatever. I never even heard of this place. And it got great reviews.
Yes, the reviews were real high.
It was called Home Style Kitchen with no E at the end of kitchen. It was just, so I said, oh, it's like a quirky, upscale white people spot when we start spelling kitchen like that.
Right.
But I imagine maybe there's another place that got the E in it and it was like, fuck it, take the E out.
We don't want to be sued.
So, of course, as Karen does, I said, okay, I'm gonna put this order in. You pick what you want, and I'll get my stuff. And y'all know Karen, she's a faux drink before the appetizer type of woman. All this fake ass Southern Belle bullshit that she does with y'all. That oh, she's just a down to earth. She don't care. She's so cool. And I remember people would sometimes, like, a dude would write in and they be a little bit jealous, and I could feel the jealousy of them being like, oh, you got Karen, you so lucky and all this stuff. I feel like I am lucky. And they might even make some jokes about trying to take Karen and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know how to tell y'all this, but y'all can't afford her.
Y'all return me. Y'all be like, she too expensive.
Just all y'all think that shit because her accent in the pocket. But I hadn't heard the thing, thinking like, she wasn't even planning on eating any of this stuff really. So how much could she order, right? And then of course, what'd you order? Some type of honey salmon shrimp.
Yes,
something.
I ordered some honey salmon shrimp. I ordered some
shit,
some lemonade, and I ordered some upside down cake.
Right, and these are downtown prices. This isn't West Boulevard prices where you like, oh yeah, what's that, about $20? No, it's like the fish by itself was the most expensive fish, and then the cake, you get a little tiny. It's not even a slice of cake; it's a ring of cake.
I didn't know,
and it was. I know you didn't know. You didn't care either. Don't like as if no one would have stopped you. As if no one would have stopped you. The cake, the little piece of cake was like $10. The lemonade was like $8 or $9 for lemonade, and it didn't come in like when you go to Bojangles, they give you a jug of lemonade. Yeah. It was a drink of lemonade. No alcohol in it or nothing. And then, like I said, and whatever the fish thing was like $30 or some shit. So, I'm like, oh God, I should have just snuck out the house.
I'd have been mad.
And then we go downtown, and of course I just got some shit with some shrimp. I was like, give me some shrimp. But we go downtown. The reviews were good.
Yes, it was.
But it's not a real restaurant. It's a club.
You're right, because me and Roger went there and we rode past. The map stain said you are here. Me and him looking up at the building, going, dog, you see a sign? I don't see no sign either. You see? We rode past that bitch like 2 or 3 times, going, the fuck is the sign?
Yeah, and so and we drove by this club once or twice, and it was like, well, that's the club, but nothing else is on this block that's open. Mm-mm. And everybody coming out of it looked like, black people going to the club.
Yeah, they was going to the club.
Music was loud as shit,
Yeah, it was.
Pussy holes was pink, booty holes was brown.
Come on.
And so we get out, and it's like, I figured, look, this is what Google Maps is telling us to get out. It's dark, but I'm not scared of black people. Mm-mm. So it's just like, let me get out and start asking some questions. It's still my town. I think we'll be fine.
Right.
And also, we can't be the first motherfuckers Google is taking here. And as soon as we got out, the bouncer was just like, hey, y'all try to get some food? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, yeah, the restaurant, it's in the club, man. What's your name? And I told him my name.
Yeah, he was like, they'll send you a text.
Yeah, they had sent me a text. The text ain't helpful. The text just tells you to go to that spot you're at. Like, it doesn't, like he's like, they bring it to your car. I was like, all right, bro. He was like already talking to some other dude. He was like, all right, play. All right, man. Hey, much love, boy. All right, I'm holler at you.
I bet you they probably asked that question. They know when cars pull up, people get out confused. They probably want the food on the inside.
So he like, I give him my name and shit, and he got to chat with his homie a few more minutes. Then he goes to tell the people, that I'm here or whatever. And he's like, we'll bring it out to the car or whatever. I'm like, and I don't know how, my brain was like, but will you though? So I'm like, let me just stand outside, because he sounded like the food should be ready in a few minutes. So it was a little chilly. Karen didn't bring a sweater. So I was like, all right, I guess we will get back in the car.
I got cold.
We pulled up closer to him. And sure enough, a lady came out. She had our food. Sweet. And she like just made sure that we had the right info on our, DoorDash or whatever. She gave it to us. And we went home, and let me tell you, that motherfucking food smacked.
That food was flames. I had a blackened salmon with some kind of
sweet honey
glaze sauce, and it was like a big ass slab. I had me some greens with some turkey in it, and I had me some candy yams, and bitch, it was flames.
And the pineapple $10 cake.
And the pineapple cake was okay.
She didn't like it. No. Well, how was the $9 lemonade?
That drink was good.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear it. I didn't get a sip. So my food was what I wanted it to be. It was just fried fish and fried shrimp. Although it wasn't enough fried shrimp for me, because I should have went all shrimp, but I went fish and shrimp. That it was banging. It had Jamaican rice and peas. That was cool. The fucking greens stole the show though. The greens with the turkey in them.
Them greens was absolutely delicious. And the thing is, they upcharge, but it ain't like they upcharge. You get a little bit of food. They upcharge.
No, you get good service. Yeah, it's worth the money.
You get good service, and you get like a big portion.
I didn't feel ripped off. No. I felt more. It was more of a like, damn, I should have just snuck out the house. This could have been like a $25 trip, but because the goodness of my heart was like, let me make sure Karen's up. It turned into a $90 trip. Most of it being Karen's food, and it's probably still lemonade in there because she'll take one sip.
Oh, I drunk that lemonade.
Sit it down.
That lemonade got gone.
Okay, I know how you do though. You'll be like, let's get ice cream, and then your ice cream be sitting in there for 7 days. I'll be like, you didn't want ice cream. You just want to leave the house. Could have took a walk. But that wouldn't have cost as much. All right.
Nope. Mm-mm.
And also for banter, I was thinking, I feel like Amazon's Thursday Night Football has really dropped the ball, because I watch it on the Amazon Prime app, and it's just got regular ads. What is the point of Amazon having a streaming service if it's not going to do targeted ads? I don't mean like pop-ups. I mean, I want the fucking ad to pop up and be like, instead of being like, hey guys, have you watched this TV show, or do you drink beer? No. I want an ad for them compression socks that I looked at, left in my cart. Then I was like, I don't know if I want to get these compression socks right now. I should just wait. And it's just been sitting in my cart for 2 weeks, and I haven't pulled the trigger on buying it. Put an ad for that shit on there. You see what I'm saying?
They were smart. Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, I like compression socks. I'm Russell Wilson. Use the AI. I don't know what y'all do, but make it sell me. You know everything about me. You know my favorite team.
Yes. And if they were smart, they would have it where you would push a button on the remote and it would just automatically just charge your card. You're like, you want this shit. You hit the button.
They could be making so much money.
Yes.
They be like, Rod, I know you want a new garlic press. You thought about it. You just bought a garlic press, but you want two. You tired of your other one being in the dishwasher.
Why you
go ahead and get your second one.
Have a backup.
It could be Alexa. It don't even have to be a celebrity. Alexa could just turn on and be like, Roderick, I heard you want another garlic press. Quick, while the Panthers are in timeout, buy one. Like I'm for this. I know a lot of y'all have been taught to be against the artificial intelligence and the algorithms. Not me. Make my life easier. I want to stay in the matrix where the steak tastes like steak. Okay. The rest of y'all convince yourselves it's better to be free and eat that motherfucking cold grits protein thing they was eating out the bowls. Nope, not me. Give me the filet mignon of the Matrix. Give me the motherfucking algorithm ads right away.
We see what's really going on here.
Here's the last thing.
What's up?
And this is so y'all know how we start the show. And when we start the show, if you listen later, that was in the chat room. Maybe y'all don't know this. But when we start the show, if you're listening to the podcast, we have intros. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things I thought would be cool, it used to just be Lisa, this actress we knew through Shadow Dog Productions. And she would do I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips because Rod and Karen are hot.
Yes, that's like a running joke.
The Black Guy Who Tips podcast because Rod and Karen are hot.
And so over the years, I've go to Fiverr with 2 R's, this website, and there's people that do impressions. Mm-hmm. And you can get someone to do an impression and say whatever you want them to say, and it's normally not that expensive. And so if I have like a funny person, like, oh, it'd be cool, what if we got Bob from Bob's Burgers to say the intro?
I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips because Rod and Karen are so hot.
Or what if we got Goofy to do it?
Gosh, I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips podcast because Rod and Karen are hot.
Right. If people that listen live, they don't hear this part.
Yeah. Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Yes.
I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips podcast because Rod and Karen are hot.
And I went and said, one I've never found on there. I've looked so many times, and there's just never anybody on there that does this impression. And you would think a ton of people do this impression because it's a really popular person, Denzel Washington. Mm-hmm. I said, I want a Denzel Washington impression. That's Black excellence, Black royalty. I'd love to have that. We got like a Morgan Freeman one.
I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips podcast because Rod and Karen are hot.
So I finally searched on there and found somebody that claims to do a Denzel Washington impression, and not just a Denzel Washington impression. If you go to their site, it says, I will do a perfect Denzel Washington impression voiceover. And it was only for at the time, $5. Mm-hmm. And they had 5-star rating. They had 3 reviews. I didn't even click play to see what it sounded like. I just said, I'll buy it. What, $5? Yeah, go ahead, do that shit. It won't take long at all. Get my delivery. And I'm gonna let y'all hear what I got. All right.
I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips podcast because Rod and Karen are hot.
Might should have clicked that play button, player.
I might should have hit that play button. Let's see what it sounds like on their website for their perfect Denzel imitation.
Hello, people of Fiverr. This is Denzel Washington speaking. I'm here today to let you all know that for a very small price, you can get your own copy of my voice, and it will sound great. In fact, it will sound so much like me that you're going to freak out, and you're going to want to buy it immediately. If you don't buy it right now, then you're not going to like what happens next. Trust me, it's not a good idea to make me mad. So go get it. That's all, my friends.
Far as they're concerned, it was not false advertisement.
They got me. They got me. They got my $5. They got me.
Hilarious.
The worst part, because they have 5-star rating. And the worst part is they still got a 5-star rating. I still gave them 5 stars because it's my fault. I don't blame them. I blame myself. I didn't hit play on the clip. Could have saved myself a lot of heartache. And instead, we got the worst Denzel impression I've ever heard in my fucking life. That's just a man talking. That's not an impression at all.
It's not.
That'd be like if I was on Fiverr being like, I do a Donald Trump impression. And then I was just like, it's tremendous. It's the stupendous. We're doing the best ever. We're going to make America great again. $5, please. Like, oh my God, it's such a ripoff. So I'm still on the hunt for a good Denzel impression. I guess I'll be back.
Keep looking.
Definitely will not be using that shit on
Nope.
the record. Maybe I'll use it for this episode, but I definitely won't be using it. on the regular.
Nah, that's not gonna be in the rotation.
Yeah.
Maybe like I said, this one time just so everybody can hear it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips because I'm Denzel Washington. Like, shut the fuck up. I didn't get like he didn't give us training day Denzel. Like, which Denzel is that supposed to be?
You got him.
You know?
He said you can get the best version of him.
Like, we didn't get like that Denzel laugh. Nothing. Anyway. All right, let's get into some other news. Let's see. What should we go first? I guess we do some LGBTQ news.
Let me see what you want to be. You better move your body. You better move your feet. And I want to groove. Show me what's cool. Riding, caring, baby. LGBTQ news. We're gonna take us down, but we still around. We lit. I try to still shine, but we on the ride. We lit. You can't do what we're about to do. We lit. Black guys who tips. LGBTQ news.
That's like when your mama be like, "We got Denzel Washington at home."
No, we don't, Mama.
You know that's not the same. Alabama puts Read Me a Story, Stella, that's the name of the book, children's book on a watch list because the author's last name is gay.
Their last name is?
Their last name is literally gay. So they ended up on the list. Her name is Mary Louise Gay. The book is not about anything gay, but because they were just perusing, looking for problems, they was like, what your last name is gay, you now have a sexually explicit book. That's the list she's on. Sexually explicit. Not let alone obviously the number of layers. Number one, someone just talking about something gay shouldn't be sexually explicit to kids. You know, we don't do that when it's Susie liked Billy as more than a friend. We don't go sexual content, take that out to school.
Right.
But if it was Billy liked John, it's like now it's sexual, which says a lot about the way people view it. But then, of course, even on that level, that's not what happened. Just the last name gay is
a lot of people with that whole generations of people that have that last name.
Yeah. So
y'all just gonna ban them and be like, your name is gay, so you got to go? That's stupid.
Yep, her last name is Mary Louise Gay. Wait until they hear about the NBA player Rudy Gay. They're gonna ban the NBA. You know,
right?
Yeah, this is a picture of the book. Read Me a Story, Stella. Mary Louise Gay. And they're like, gay. Is this like they looked in their iPhone picture thing and just hit search the word gay and it was like ban everything?
Oh, I could see them looking at this and just saying Mary Louise Gay. Oh, so y'all trying to say the little girl gay?
Read Me a Story, Stella. Mary Louise Gay. Maybe they thought a black person wrote this.
Yes.
And we left out is because black people, we talk like that.
I guarantee you that's how they read that. They didn't read it as that's the author's name. They read it as y'all trying to say that the person on the drawing is gay.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Than that. It's because they're stupid.
I'm not gonna lie, Karen. I find it a bit preposterous that's the way that happened. I think they're lazy and they're just searching. They probably just put gay and a bunch of other like hot buzzwords in the search engine of all the books at the library. Say ban, and then it's like, okay, that's just the author's last name. Fuck it. You know,
I don't care.
Let's see what else has happened. Delaware bans LGBTQ plus panic defense with overwhelming bipartisan support. This is a great news.
Good.
The gay panic defense is when gay and trans panic is when people literally harm up to murder someone and they go, I'm a straight person. This person was trans or this person was gay and they approach me, they proposition me, or in many more cases than that is actually somebody that propositioned the person.
Yes.
You know, for whatever intent, you know, not always them being in good faith, by the way. Like sometimes people rob people and then they use this defense after they like kill the person or something. They'd be like, I didn't know the person was trans. A lot of times people couch their domestic violence what is it? The
Interpersonal.
intimate partner violence.
Mhm.
So it's like they've been dating this person for a while.
Right.
Maybe it's kind of been secret or people didn't know. Someone found out. They kill the person and go, I never knew that person was trans. That's why I killed them. Obviously, I'm super straight. Why would I kill somebody that I was in a relationship with? Right. Fellas? Anyway, I shouldn't go to jail. I was just scared. And so I killed a person. That should be a legal defense in court. And there are places, many places, where it is a legal defense in court.
Mhm.
And sometimes people even get off with that.
Yes, they do.
So it's good news to hear that Delaware has officially banned that defense from, and they're now the 17th state.
How many we got again? Ain't it 50?
So that's 33 states where this is still a legal defense. But they're the 17th state in the nation to ban this strategy of defense in the courtroom. And it should be banned in all 50 states.
Yes. This is stupid.
Yeah, it's that there's just no and you know it's bullshit, because if you're talking about being in danger, being under threat, I want to make 2 points here. So actually, the first one is when people say, why are you saying I'm homophobic? I ain't scared of no gays. This defense is homophobia, because what you're saying is I was scared. I was scared for my life. I was in danger of my life. I had to kill this person for coming on to me, being that they were trans or being that they were gay, right? So it's literal homophobia, even though the fear turns into fight, and then people are dead. People are getting killed. Okay.
Right.
The second point I wanted to make was, in addition to, wait, hold on. It was fear. Now I'm losing my plan. Son of a bitch. The fear is fake. But yeah, the other thing is like they end up a lot of times it's people that are in relationships and then there's shame attached to it. It's like people know that I fuck with this trans person and it's getting out. Well, I can kill the person and then I'm no longer, somehow in my brain, I'm no longer gay. I'm no longer trans attracted. There's no need to look at me as less than a cishet straight man.
Right.
I remember what my second point was, and this is the other point. If we believe this, that if someone is endangering you with their approach to have sex with you or date you or whatever, right? If we believe that, why don't we have a defense that is just, hey, a man tried to holler at me in public, I pulled my gun out and I shot him.
Right.
I'm a woman. I felt in danger in public. I don't know what this guy's going to do. I killed him. This should be a legitimate defense in court. Somebody approached me. I said, you can't have my number. He said, you ugly bitch. I shot him. We don't even have that as a defense. And we know people get attacked in public on that kind of shit. It happens all the time.
Yes,
Read about it in the newspaper. Why isn't that a defense? Because we don't actually believe this. This is only homophobia, transphobia, period. And I'm glad Delaware took it off the books.
Me too.
Let's see what else we got. Pope Francis suggests that the church can bless same-sex unions in a quote-unquote enormous advance for LGBTQ plus Catholics. In a historic statement, he has asserted that there may be a way for the Catholic Church to bless same-sex couples. He voiced his opinion in response to a letter from 5 retired cardinals who asked him, among other things, to reaffirm the church's position against homosexuality at an upcoming meeting at the Synod. And they say this will be discussed at that meeting, wherever the Synod is.
Yeah, nothing's going to change. It's a waste of time. And I think a lot of it is with this, there's going to be some kind of fee or something with it, because, they've lost billions of dollars. A lot of the parishes has had to combine. A lot of the parishes have had to close over the years. A lot of people have left the church. Mm-hmm. So, they're like, well, we have to do something to keep the few people here, staying, and to me, it's a trick bag. They're not going to change no rules. They're not going to change no laws. And it's like every a few months, every year or so, he comes up with some bullshit like this, and then just be like, "Psych." Well, then, yeah, they don't mean it. They're not changing anything.
Yeah, number one, he has done this type of thing in the past and rolled it back once he got into these meeting spaces with the fellow Catholics, because the Catholic Church is not down with with gay people. They're not. They do think it's a sin. They don't bless the unions. They want you to break up. Or you can come in their space, but you better not be gay. You know what I mean? Like you better not be acting on your gayness. You don't want to be a priest. You better not be a woman that wants to lead a church. You better not be in some type of marriage situation. So they don't really support it. And I think it's just fake. And I wish he would just be real. And I feel like it's marketing. I'm very cynical about it. And then I feel like they would the church is losing people. The Catholic Church is losing people. They're losing people that come in. And I think this is a way to make it seem inclusive until you realize they're not. Hey, look at this great message that I'm saying. And it's like, okay, well, come here and tithe. Come here and give us your money. And it's like, so you blessing these marriages? Oh, I said there might be a way if we think about it at some point, possibly, but not really. We're not going to do that. I mean, unless you're like Elton John, unless you're coming in here with a big ass checkbook, we're not going to do it.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't believe that that's going to happen. But I mean, I don't want to down the it's people working inside the church who are trying to get these initiatives passed. I don't want to belittle their work. I don't want to belittle their hope. But for me, this guy has done this multiple times and walked it back multiple times. And it's hard for me to think he'll follow through this last time.
Agreed.
Yeah. So in 2020, he said that nations should recognize civil unions for same-sex couples because they have a right to family. In 2019, compared political leaders prosecuting LGBTQ people to Nazis. And then we never talk about him walking back that 2020 civil union shit. He has repeatedly asserted his belief that in the eyes of God, homosexuality is a sin. So I feel like he wants it both ways. He's like, it's really unjust what these people are doing to the gays, and I don't like that people are passing laws. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, but I mean, it's a sin, and so it's really like he's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, I think, on progress. So, which is basically not much help. That being said, he is the most progressive pope when it comes to LGBTQ issues, just because the bar is that low. All right, let's see. Let's get into some other news. Get into some regular news. What was our regular news beats? And boom.
God's providential plan in which
I went to a website to look this up because someone in the chat room said they don't tithe the Catholic Church, but right here it says they do tithe. It doesn't say specifically what percentage one's income should be given, but they want obligatory support, material support from all
about
Catholic
money.
adults.
Yeah, it's a business.
So they tithe.
Yeah, all churches do. They're not gonna do that for free.
Yeah, so these motherfuckers they need people attending. They see them empty pews. I think a lot of people, especially after the sexual assault scandals and shit, just dipped on them, and they see them empty pews and they know they need people there.
Yeah, you have whole generations, particularly a lot of younger generation that wasn't going in the first place.
Right.
And then you have, generations of people that when people leave, they normally leave with them and their kids, and depending on how big the family are, extended families, and some of these people probably big money that's just leaving.
Yep. All right. got a new segment I want to bring up. Wish we had music for it, but it's called Gender Wars. Shut up, bitch. Nigga, fuck you.
Gender Wars.
New main character of the day. Apparently this is a dude at a church, a pastor or something. It's like a small church. It's like it's in his living room.
Probably is.
But this is, I don't know if I play
I'm
all
so sick of women talking about all he wants is sex. What you thought we was here for? A man does not want sex, a man needs sex.
Yeah, right.
And there's a difference. For 1 milliliter of sperm is between 50 and 200 million sperm cells in 1 milliliter. The potential between 50 million and 200 million people swimming around in 1 milliliter. And God has created a man to dispel that seed. Furthermore, it's the woman who has to take a hiatus off every month from sex, not the man. A man can stay on from the time he lives.
I feel like there's just a certain I feel like there's just a certain cadence that preachers talk in. Every time they need to take a breath, people just say, all right, amen, hallelujah. Because I'm looking around the background. One woman's literally on her phone. Like, I'm like, is she even I just feel like he stopped talking. She'd be like, all right then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna text you back on that. Amen. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know what he's talking about. Now it's almost over. We supposed to get out at 12:15. But yeah, it's also weird because the church often talks bad about grooming, LGBTQ people, and sex. And then at the same time, he's like, men making a whole lot of sperm, ladies. When y'all gonna step up and be the sperm receptacles y'all supposed to be? God didn't make all this sperm for it just to be going to waste out here. Y'all need to get to letting us come in you, okay? I'm your pastor.
The members is getting low. We need some babies.
God has created a man to dispel that seed. Furthermore, it's the woman who has to take a hiatus off every month from sex, not the man. A man can stay on.
But didn't God do that too by your logic of God doing all this for a reason? Maybe that reason was to tell men, hey, calm down for a week. Take a week off every month.
Give her booty hole a rest.
Yeah.
From the time he lived to the time he died. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you put a worm in the water, if you put a hook in the water, you don't put no worm on it, you don't get no fish. Come on. So you got put on y'all breasts, booties, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook. We see.
What?
I'll tell you what, this is the horniest pastor I've seen in quite some time. That's some horny shit to be saying up at church. I hope there's no kids there. You walk around all this booty meat, okay, looking good.
It's the black church. Okay, kids is in there. They don't do children church.
That's the hook, okay?
Unless it's AME Zion or something like that.
I see several worms on the hook up in here right now that I would love to take a bite out of them worms. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Stand up, spin around, Sister Jenkins. Oh, look at them worms. Oh my goodness, looking real. They say the early bird gets the worm. Well, last time I checked, it's about 6 a.m. and I'm up in here. Okay, I was first one in church today.
When you see you, ain't no man in history ever saw a woman across the room and said, "Oh my God, her heart is sparkling."
Yeah, we could never, you know that. We could never respect a woman's heart. Come on, Karen. Don't be crazy.
Every man is attracted to a woman sexually.
What about the gay man? Oh, never
mind. It's your job to show them that it's more to you than what's on the hook. It's your job to.
I guess it's because women are the ones who show up, but they always turn the sermons about sex into this is where women are responsible for the bad behavior of men. This is where they're responsible for the family. This is where they're responsible for marriage and getting married. Like the speeches are never at the dudes about like, this is what you need to do to make sure you can be married. This is what you need to do to make sure you're going to be faithful. Mm-hmm. Here's what you need to do to make sure you find a good woman and not just be attracted to someone's outside. It's like, when you start making these speeches, the men become biological, just animals. Like they just creating sperm. They can't help themselves. Ladies, it's up to you to fix these men.
And also, when you get into a lot of these discussions, it's always the woman and her attitude and kind of catering towards the men. They don't ever really turn around to the men and be like, don't beat her. You know, treat her with respect. You know, don't be whooping up on the kids. Control your anger,
right,
and shit like that. It's always, woman, what's wrong with your attitude, and why aren't you, quote unquote, satisfying this man? Like the man has no role and can't control their bodily functions whatsoever.
Where's his discipline?
And that's not true whatsoever.
Where's his discipline? Where's his self-control? Oh, nah, he's just an animal now, and it's you, the woman, who needs self-control and discipline and all this shit.
Show him that you got something in between your ears. It's your job to show him that you're not as easy like everybody else. Y'all want us to do the work for you. I just want a man.
Why is he just now getting a mic? He did all that other shit a cappella. The fuck? The volume just went up tremendously. He had a mic the whole time?
Yes, it did. It jumped.
I didn't go down to K&G and get this blue suit just so y'all women can walk around like worms on the hook with all that ass. Jiggling and shaking and getting the Holy Ghost. Look at them titties over there. My God.
That's why we make you wear slips and girdles.
And to see me for my inside when you're going to be waiting for the rest of your fool life. Because ain't no man going to see you for your inside till you show him the inside.
And I mean the pussy hole, okay? I'm talking about pussy hole pink, booty hole brown. You got to see them inside. Then you got to let them come inside. Remember what I told y'all about the sperm? Remember what I said?
Yeah, they be talking all crazy up in there. A lot of times the people in the church be having more sex than people outside of the church.
Well, I mean, it would make sense. It goes along with what he's saying.
We are attracted to a woman for what we see. Period, point blank.
And I see several I'm trying to get with tonight, okay? I need y'all to stay out the service.
Get over it. Y'all come out sleeping, pasties on here and all this stuff, and then don't want nobody to look at you, don't want nobody to sexually objectify you. Why? What you thought we were going to do? What you put it on for if you want to be objectified by?
Who is he talking to in this moment? I guarantee if you turn the camera around, 0 people in there.
Child, you turn that camera around, everybody got jean skirts to the floor, because this is fucking Bible study. So what are we talking about here? And everybody wearing sackcloths because nobody wants you to wear nothing form-fitting. Get out of here, sir.
Yeah, Jocelyn Hernandez is not in this man's house. That's what this church looks like. It's a small one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a small one. I know, I'm familiar with the setup, okay? I know. We all know the house church.
If you don't want to be identified by your breast and your tail and all that stuff, what are you advertising?
Put on a burqa.
Basically, that's what you're saying, sir. I can't control how big my titties and how wide my ass is. What are we talking about here?
And then get mad when we pull up to the bar wanting to buy it.
Why are you the pastor pulling up to the bar? And also, why are you wanting to buy it? What does that mean? Check this man's criminal history. What the fuck? I think he just admitted to being a John. What the fuck? And then you get mad. And not just a John, because he said they get mad at him. So he just pulling up on regular women being like, how much for some of that pussy? And then she's like, what? Sir, I'm just here getting a drink. And he's like, well, why are you wearing all that? Like, he sound like he at the strip club, but don't know it. Like, everybody in here got pasties on. They got their titties out. And they just...
Child, ain't nobody got no pasties on up in there.
And they get mad when you want to have sex with them. I don't understand the rules in this. Now I got to keep my hands to myself.
Child,
but you want me to get a lap dance. What's going on with that?
Child, they got stockings and tights and slips and girdles.
But I'm just saying, that's how he sounds in his scenario.
A man's not naturally sensitive to your feelings anyway. So he want what he can get from you anyway.
Why is that not an indictment on the men? I don't understand.
Right.
Why has none of this sermon focused on and men? Why do you only want something physical from women?
Correct.
Why can't you rise above your nature? They would tell a gay person to rise above their nature, right? They say hate the sin, love the sinner. Rise above that. You don't have to be that sin. Act like you got some sense, or act like you're straight, basically. But when the straight dudes are like, nah, we should be wanting to just be out here violating women. I don't understand why there's two sides to that.
So then you'll go do it. Now it's all about liberation and about freedom of expression. What are you expressing? Exactly. Come on, I'm tired of y'all lying to yourself. I guess for me, you dress like that for you lie. If you dress like that for you, that means you go to sleep like that.
Did he watch like BET Uncut last night and then he just woke up with his sermon on his heart?
Don't know. And if I'm in my own house, who cares if I wake up like that and dress like that? Like, what does that got to do with you?
I don't. This is wild. And I think you know what it is that I'm underestimating the amount of women that go to church that also hate women like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where a lot of amens are coming. Is like I also hate women being, you know, sexy or having autonomy or whatever.
Yeah, because a lot of young ladies, particularly when they first start getting boobs and butts and shit, man, it's something else. They like want them to pat down and wrap them up all tight and shit. We don't want to see you jiggling. Like that's the purpose of the girdles and all them slips and stockings and all that shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're talking about the people in attendance. Mm-hmm. I'm saying he's not talking about the women in attendance. He's talking about the women that aren't there.
Right.
And then the reason they're amen and this stuff is because they don't think that they're those women.
Agreed.
They're going, yeah, the fucking Instagram models and the girls you see twerking at the Beyonce concert or whatever, they should be ashamed of themselves. They're the reason that men are the way they are. They're the reason I can't get a man or the reason my man is doing such and such because men have no responsibility.
You ain't snatching all over up in the bed. That would be for you. You ain't in the bed snatched up.
When, is he going to say any part of something from the Bible?
Not Ray verse.
Did he open the Bible at all for this one? He's like, I'm freestyling it. I got this.
Am I right about it, lady? What's makeup for if it ain't to attract somebody else? Why y'all not talking to me? What you gonna cover up your pimples for and everything that makes you unattractive? Why y'all not saying that? Why you gonna cover everything up, tie everything down, everything just perfect? You step out the house, now you don't want to be objectified. You go sit down somewhere.
So that's the gender wars for the day, Karen. What'd you think about it?
Ooh. What happened if I'm a woman, I just like makeup? What's wrong with makeup? What's wrong? What's wrong? I don't want no pimples on my face. I'm a heathen because of that.
I don't know this dude, but I feel like he got some shit about him. Because I don't trust any of these leaders of anything that have no responsibility for themselves or someone else. He definitely did something sometime. Like he said or done something inappropriate to somebody. You know what I mean? But because look at how he's acting. Like you don't talk like that if you're a person that takes if you have personal discipline. Like, well, you wonder why I'm up in your DMs. Like, So anyway, I thought that was some good gender wars main character for the day.
Oh, you know it. You know, Chad. I think every day, that's their teaching economy. Every day is something else happening, popping up, coming out.
Yeah, well, I don't know that he did it for attention because I don't think he posted that, but people been arguing about it all day.
Yeah, but somebody else posted it for the attention.
I think this is a good one for the attention. This is something that sounds deep, and then I want y'all to think about it. Okay, this sounds deep. I don't know what podcast this is on, but and also this dude yells a lot, so it makes it sound even deeper than it is. So.
You will walk past a white person and say, "Excuse me, sir."
Now, why they added the Negro spiritual underneath this? I don't know. These podcast edits is getting good.
Top notch.
Like if we ever get the Blackout Tip studio and have engineers and shit,
yes,
definitely gonna have them take clips and take it and put it in black and white and add, Negro spirituals underneath our very basic ass points of view.
Yes, we are.
I'm just like, I don't understand why I got to pay extra when all I want is one more hot mustard sauce. I mean, you get 2 with a 10-piece, but underneath it's just gonna be like, ooh,
yes. We gotta make it sound deep.
Oh, he's saying deep shit.
You will walk past a white person and say, "Excuse me, sir." Walk past a black man and say, "Move, nigga." That's a sickness. That's a disease, bro. And it's a disease that you can't get away with just no speech. I can look through a black man and tell if that man want to kill himself. He can be smiling as big as day, and I can tell when he hurting because the eyes is the chamber to the soul. Yeah. If the eyes don't match the smile is not real.
Amazing editing job there. So people were sharing that like it was very deep.
And it's not.
People are, and I think a lot of people kind of did what I did, which was think about it one more second. I'm a black man in America. That is absolutely not some everyday shit for black people.
What is we talking about?
The vast majority of my interactions with other black men are positive and not on I know what he's trying to get at. I'm not trying to say it's a completely abstract phenomenon, but this crisis of this is how it is all the time as a black man. We don't respect each other. I'm like, that's not my experience. We respect each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes I feel like we can be the only motherfuckers between us and black women that respect us, that don't look down on us. Do I know what he's saying about there's sometimes where people would be disrespectful to a black person, but not towards a white person? Absolutely. I know what he's saying. Yes. I just don't think I don't find it to be a every day I walk past a black, like when I was in New York walking to work, it wasn't like white people were like, black people were like, excuse me, sir. And then see me and be like, move, nigga.
They gonna run you over. Yeah. Y'all gonna look at each other and be like, Boondocks have a nigga moment.
But it's the kind of thing that makes people feel like it's deep and like that. But they don't
loud, but it don't mean you deep.
And they don't even see the anti-blackness in sharing this as if it's facts. Because I like I said, I get the underlying sentiment, but sharing this as if this is the black experience, not true. And then of course the other shit he said about looking people in the eyes, so you can tell when they want to kill them. I don't know about that. He need to go ahead and become a therapist then if he got that superpower.
Right.
But yeah, that was two things I saw that I was like, I gotta share these. And I'm gonna try to find, the gender wars of the day type thing.
Child is gonna be out there for
I can find the content so we can break it down. But that was today's gender war segment. Let's see, what else should we do? I guess let's maybe do any other general article.
Never gonna run out of shit then.
Oh, Ring cameras to offer $1 million to anyone who can capture alien footage on its devices. I love this. Because I think we have so many hoaxes.
Yes.
We are now more surveilled than ever. Mm-hmm. The Loch Ness Monster not real. Bigfoot don't exist. And ain't no goddamn aliens walking around. We gonna find them if they are.
Yep.
We record everything. So I like that they put the $1 million out there. Now who's gonna fuck it up? Someone gonna fake some being an alien. For
yes,
sure.
they are.
Like I can't wait to see these videos.
ET go home.
Yeah, I can't wait to see these videos of people dressed in alien costumes trying to give me $1 million, please. But yeah, I shout out to Ring, making life more fun. All right.
I can't even imagine the videos they're gonna get. I hope they put the videos out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's also telling that our government has been like, aliens have been here in ships. Isn't it telling that none of the motherfuckers ever got out the ships? When I tell you the Earth is the ghetto of the universe,
they fly right on past us.
People always blow right by me on the critical thinking, and I'm like, stop and think about what I'm saying. We are the hood. And they're like, why would we have water? We only 7% of people got water. Planets got water even in the whole universe. It's like, think about what you're saying though. If a motherfucker can create a spaceship that can travel here, they got better shit than us.
Yes, they do.
We are we still trying to go back to the moon.
Back.
Okay, we got motherfuckers thinking they gonna terraform Mars if we can figure out a way to get there in 79 years and 12 generations of people that are on the ship.
We satellites up and the whole generation to be gone before it comes back.
We make fictional movies. If these motherfuckers got spaceships that can come here, their planet is already better than ours.
Yes,
number one.
Is.
Number two, they don't even want to take our shit over. They be coming here and be like, I'm convinced.
Like, what's that smell? It stank.
Earth is like the scared straight. Earth is where the parents, the alien parents, pack up their badass kids, been getting D's and F's in school, and they put them in the backseat of the fucking spaceship, and they drive to Earth, and they keep the windows and the doors locked. But they say, look out there. Is that what you want for your life?
You want to be Earth?
You get D's and F's and shit, you're going to be just like Earth. Look at this motherfucker. This orange motherfucker was president. Yeah, that's right. They killing their own ozone. You see that big ass hole in the ozone?
Right.
They did that. They that stupid.
You see that water temperature raising up every time? They're going to just kill the whole planet, going to combust. They're going to kill themselves in the next 100 years.
Now listen to me, Zim Glorf. You need to get your ass together.
Get your shit together.
If you going to ever go to space college, you need to fucking...
You going to be a space cadet? Get your shit together, son.
Figure this shit out. They still hate each other for the color of their skin. This is what they do, okay? They can't drink. They put plastics in all the water. They like, oh, someone gonna come steal the water. We don't want that plastic bullshit. What you mean, the water that's killing their own sea life? Right. No, thank you. Get your shit together. So no, we never gonna see aliens on tape because they don't get out of cars. We got zero footage of that. All the footage of the UFOs flying around and the planes can't catch them. And these motherfuckers is like, don't get out though. That's the hood. Lock it up. All right. Now we can get to something else. Let's do some fucking with black people. How about that?
We're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them people because they black. We're just fucking with them black people. We're just fucking with them blacks. We're just fucking with black people. Hey! Yay! I said, can you leave me alone? All I want to do is go home. I said, leave me alone. I want to live another day home. I said, can you leave me alone? I want to go home like you are.
That's right. Had to do the long version. Senator Tim Scott, a Republican, says people point out that he's single because they can't say I'm black. He's defending his unmarried status. As he's getting closer to, the actual like primaries and stuff, the whisper campaign about why the fuck is this man single are popping up. And when he says they say I'm single, they point out I'm single because they can't say I'm black. He would never say a truth like that. So what he can't say, what he won't say is they point out I'm single because they think I'm gay.
Oh, correct.
And they can't say he's gay and can't be president if he's gay. So they go, he's single. Why is he single? And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if he's gay or not. But I will say the way that he addressed the allegations about him being single or whatever are not the way a person with a girlfriend would react to him. Like they are saying, like, we will be introducing my girlfriend at some point in time. What? That's not how that works at all.
Is she ain't arrived yet?
She in Canada. She got glamour shots. You got a picture of it in your wallet.
The box ain't came in yet. She on back order.
She go to high school across town. What the fuck? Like you don't got a girlfriend then,
right?
What are y'all vetting her? Like okay,
y'all taking applications.
We need to find a random, probably black woman, because GOP don't want to see a black person with a white wife and become president. So they probably got to find the 1 in 10 black woman that voted for Trump type black But not two voted for Trump because she definitely won't like Tim Scott's Millie Mouth ass.
Mm-mm.
So they got to go find some actress to play the role of a lifetime. And Rosario Dawson's not doing that for the other side. I'm sorry.
Nope. And it's also one of those things too where you have no chance.
Right. You're not. The fact that this man is cooning knowing he will never be president.
No, he will not.
It's so crazy to me because you can't be the party of a little racism. Not after Trump. Your party is full double down on racism. So either you're the black person that will excuse racism to the 10th degree and not even use it to explain what is happening to yourself, or you're not going to be a viable candidate. And I say he's not a viable candidate because he said they're being racist to me. Well, who's the they? The people asking aren't Democrats. It's not even the mainstream media. It is Republican media that wants to know why you ain't got no girlfriend. Is it because you're gay? And you're like, y'all only ask because I'm black. Is anybody else on that stage unmarried? A bachelor? Because if not, they ass gonna get asked too.
Yeah, they would get asked.
But yeah, I can't imagine dragging her onto the campaign trail unless I have the intention of marrying her, he said. The only conversation I'm going to have about her in any form of fashion unless he wins.
You don't mention her name, nothing. This person does not exist.
A GOP operative who went unnamed said the joke has always been he is secretly gay or something. The head of the American Conservative Union, Matt Schlapp, who was himself accused earlier this year of sexually assaulting a man, joked to the Post that former President Donald Trump would be picking a gay vice president if he selected Scott as his running mate. So this motherfucker has been accused of being gay. And he's like, no. This other person, Matt Schlapp.
Oh, okay.
He's been accused of being gay himself. Not just being gay, but sexually assaulting a man. And he is walking around going, that nigga gay. Like pot kettle.
Did he go, I smell the gay?
Right. The fact that this is a non-winning situation, right, for one party in this country says a lot. Like Pete Buttigieg ran for president, but he wasn't disqualified because he was gay. He was out there like, I'm gay. Yes, I have a husband. I would like to be president. You know, I don't know that he was close to winning, but he didn't have to like hide that he had a husband.
Right.
One party in America is just not serious. They're not even attempting to be part of this democracy.
No, they're not trying to run shit. They're not trying to govern.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, 0 to 100 for Tim Scott.
Hate to be like this, 0 because I don't care.
100 for me, because anytime these fucking coons pull out the race card for themselves, and while admonishing the rest of us who talk about real racism that we face every fucking day in America, and yet you'll sit up there and be a tool for white supremacy and get on the dance with these fucking other races and be like, yeah, I don't know what they talk about. And if it is, I ain't seen it. America, the best, most promised land in the world. I don't know where these Negroes keep calling up the
and me my tap shoes.
And anytime someone puts you on a hot spot, the first fucking thing you do is just because I'm a black as a black person, this is the race. This the only racism that exists is the shit that happens to me. Fucking sick of it. So he gets a fucking 100. You Millie Mouth coon bitch, dog. You not even gonna win.
No,
you're not even gonna come close to winning. Mm-hmm. What is the point of this sellout bullshit? They're never gonna give you money. They're never like, oh my Trump. This is why Trump is gonna took y'all parties over, because y'all are the weakest fuckers. All right, next. Hennessy launches Hennessy White in the U.S. to mark its 25th anniversary.
Oh shit! Now I don't know much, but I'm gonna tell you what I do know. Hey, niggas love this, and niggas normally get this when they on a boat somewhere in another country and bring it back.
Henny is set to mark the 25th anniversary of Hennessy Henny White with the launch of a limited edition release. Limited edition. The exclusive release is a tribute to the dedicated consumers who have supported the brand internationally. This special edition bottle showcases a unique modified logo. Additionally, the bottle proudly bears the nickname Henny White that consumers have quickly adopted. The beverage serves as an homage to the worldwide fan base who have eagerly awaited its introduction in the United States. They can anticipate having the same experience they've come to love with Henny White, as the liquid inside remains unchanged from the original bottle. When is it coming out, though?
I don't know. All I know is people always go get them when they go on cruises somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean that's why I said fucking with black people is such a. I mean, this is definitely news for us.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say when it's coming out though. Then they have a bunch of recipes for Henny Joy and Henny Bliss at the bottom, but I don't care about the recipes. I just want to know when I can get it, how I get my hands on it. Oh, that reminds me, them people never called me back about that alcohol at the ABC store.
You might want to call back.
Man, they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
call
0
back.
to 100, Karen.
100.
100. You fuck with by Henny White? Okay. 0 for 10, Scott. 100 for Henny White. All right. That's Karen going on the record there. For me, 0 for Henny White. I love to see what they're doing. Glad it's coming out. I've never been able to go overseas to get some, so maybe I'll be able to get my hands on this.
And it's not really for me. It's for all the Negroes that have to go out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Now they could actually buy it at home. So I'm very happy for you. But it's 100 because the only time y'all get y'all hands on it, then you got requests from family members and friends and shit. You have to bring it back. So you now you can tell them, but like, go get that shit yourself now.
All right. That's Karen. From Black Talk Radio to right wing outrage, 9:10 a.m. Superstation makes a dramatic shift. Woo-hoo-hoo. Boy, can you imagine a Black Talk radio station? This is in Detroit. It's been a Black Talk radio station for nearly a decade. And now it's going to turn to a conservative white people station. The white wealthy owner of the station, Kevin Adele, abruptly pulled the plug on Black Talk Radio earlier this month and will soon replace it with a program promoting right-wing outrage. Adele plans to blanket the Detroit area with more than 24 billboards advertising his new lineup of conservative voices. The first one features the Glenn Beck program, the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show. It was erected the I-275 near whatever fucking place it is by the Detroit airport.
Who is these people that's gonna listen to this bullshit? You know Detroit is a black ass city, right?
Right. Is it not black anymore?
Right. It is. It's a black ass city.
I've heard about gentrification and stuff, and people saying black people can't afford to live in the city or don't, or white people have left the city and it's only black people. I've heard different things, but enough for them to have a white conservative radio station?
Mm-mm.
Adele replaced the programming. So in an interview August 14th, Adele said that Black talk show format was no longer profitable and only attracted about 2,100 listeners a month, an alarmingly small audience for a radio station. He replaced the program with ESPN Radio and denied rumors he was planning to switch to conservative talk radio. So first of all, he lies. Because we know he's switching to so was he lying about how big the audience was in the first place?
I think he was.
So yeah, that is wild. They're gonna have Fox News Rundown, Justin Barkley, the Sean Hannity Show, the Jesse Kelly Show, Bill O'Reilly, Our American Stories, and The Other Side of Midnight with Frank Morano as their lineup.
So just say no niggas.
Right. Right.
The fuck is this?
Oh my God. Poor black people. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Like, I'm so sorry for y'all, man.
I mean, that's a sense of right from wrong. They know
justify
it's
what they
wrong to
did.
steal and burn down a CVS and an old person's home. I mean, come on.
Come on. So calling them thugs, just call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
That's what y'all gonna be hearing on y'all's radio station from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Their previous Black Talk radio format included Banko Thompson and Al Sharpton's syndicated radios program, but Adele didn't pay most of his hosts, making it difficult to attract experienced commentators and retain consistent voices.
Don't say.
Right. If you're not gonna pay your radio host, why the fuck would they even show up?
They're not gonna do the shit for free.
And of course, because you don't value the audience. You're
Right.
like, go talk to those blacks for free or don't talk to them at all. I'm switching the shit anyway. Oh boy. So it'll be interesting though, because it might work. And I don't mean work as in black people will start listening, but maybe white people who didn't listen before will start listening
Yeah,
because
in the
they do
suburbs,
love
because I
this.
guarantee you, it's going to like start branching in the
Yeah.
surrounding area, and that's the audience that they probably wanted from the time they purchased the radio station in the first place. They kind of just put up with the nigga shit because okay, but somebody finally was like, you know what, fuck it, I own it. I got the money. I could do whatever I want to do, and I'm
talking about the actual people that live in the city. They probably gonna tune in to this. Like, it's probably white people that never listened to it when it was black topics, and now that it's white topics, it's like, oh yeah, I definitely want to hear what they got to say now, and because this shit is like catnip. It's a reason that this radio shit, this right wing conservative AM radio shit, is countrywide because white people find it and listen.
Yes, and also it's one of those things where when you look at it, it could become very frustrating because you have like, it's going to be a certain generation of people that even listen to the radio now. Now you have a whole generation of people that go, I don't listen to shit live. So that may have to do with why numbers dropped somewhat, because you have people that
right,
don't really
and
listen to
we'll
the
never
radio.
know if it's that or if it's just self-sabotage.
That's true too. Yeah, because you got to invest too.
You're putting up billboards for this now. You're
you want people to know.
you're paying probably to syndicate this shit, or at least foregoing the profits in some type of way.
Yes, you are.
So you didn't invest in any of the black local people and that type of shit. So
because you don't care about the community.
So now, is it the business model doesn't work, or is it you didn't invest in the black business model? I don't know. Apparently it was fine for 10 years till you took over or some shit. So I don't know. But yeah, 0 to 100.
Oh, this gets a 100 because it's one of those things where it frustrates me very, very much when it comes to a lot of shit that black people tell us to do, and even white people tell us to do. We do it, and a lot of times it's quote unquote not profitable and might not work. And then somebody else comes in and they just be like, you know what, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to support this no more. And a lot of times there's a lot of black people that would love to be able to afford to run it, but they don't have the finances or the means to run this shit. A lot of times to keep it going.
I get it, Jakars. It's terrible. And it's offensive. And a lot of us don't listen to this radio, so we just don't even know how destructive it is. But it's also just, as a person that, when I was an intern, I would listen to talk radio because it was the only radio I could get in the basement of the place I worked, and it will destroy your mental health. It's so bad for you. There's a reason that many of us don't listen to it. We couldn't take it if we could. It's one of the reasons I think I actually have such a high tolerance for being able to listen to people I don't agree with. Right. Is those summers I spent in that fucking basement listening to like Rush Limbaugh and people that I vehemently disagree with. And I understand that people are like, I could never do that. I don't blame you. I hear you, but I could. But one of the reasons I'm able to form a cogent argument and do this for a living and shit, part of that is because I was able to listen to people that did that for a living, but from the opposite angle of deconstructing what they were saying and being like, this doesn't make sense, or, oh, this is how he constructed that argument. But it also just fucking sucks. And I just imagine people tuning in that don't know about this change or whatever, they're just used to keeping a dial on that black radio, and now you've lost this space, so sign up for Sirius XM and get that Urban View or something, because it's terrible, man. I feel bad for those people.
And it's very, very frustrating because it might be of a certain age or a certain demographic, but there are a generation of people that still do listen to the radio. You still have the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I know Tom Jones retired, but you still have him. You have the Ricky Smiley Show.
And it's free, and you don't need a phone.
Right.
Older people, that's one of the reasons they gravitate to it. It's just you hop in your car.
Right.
And now you've taken away the only thing they had on the radio, the only quote unquote safe space. Not that it's a safe space, because it's still the radio, and there's going to be people on there that say shit you don't agree with. There's all kinds of black people on the monolith, and you're not going to like every host, but still, it was safer than this I hate black people shit they're going to put on the air.
Yeah, and I could imagine people gonna get really angry, like you say. They didn't know this change, and they might not keep up with it. You get hop in your car and turn on, and next thing you know, you listen to an old version of Rush Limbaugh. You was like, I thought that nigga dead. Why is he playing on my radio?
Yeah. So Dracarys for me. All right, let's move into a different segment. Let's do some let's do some Guess the Race. All right. What's my Guess the Race music? Boom.
What time is it? It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race. It's time to guess the race.
All right, Guess the Race time. Y'all know what it means. We're going to go around the globe, find different articles, guess the race of people involved. Today's contestants, Karen, she going to be guessing, and the chat room. And y'all going to be guessing. And y'all know y'all racist. A newly released Allen Superior Court documents detail what led to a Fort Wayne woman allegedly shooting another woman she suspected her husband was having an affair with on Friday.
Oh, no.
Paula West, also known as Paula Dickey, was arrested and charged with battery with a deadly weapon and robbery. Robbery?
But goddamn.
The 66-year-old West, oh.
Woo! You're never too old to put out that gat.
66 is too old to be shooting people over some dick. I'm sorry. You don't have that much time to spend in prison. She said another woman, she called 911 and said another woman had been shot. But did she say by me? According to the initial release, West told dispatchers the victim came to her house looking for her husband, and the victim tried to push her way in. She claimed that's when the gun went off and the woman was shot. The woman who was shot told police in court documents she had been having an affair with West's husband. So they don't tell you about this part. That's why Barbara called Shirley over the phone.
Come on.
She didn't come to her house.
Mm-mm.
Barbara, this Shirley. Not open up, bitch.
Mm-mm.
Barbara, this Shirley.
No, thank you.
Come outside. We not going to jump you.
Mm-mm. Rather have a phone call. I'm good.
Barbara, this Shirley. Oh, damn. So yeah, that's when the gun went off, blah, blah, blah. She said she was with him early Friday morning and had been dropped off at her house just after 5:15 a.m. As she was walking in her front door, she told police West appeared and confronted her about the affair. So the other woman's point of view is not that is saying the opposite. Like West, the woman who shot her is saying, oh, she came to my house looking for my husband, so I shot her. The other woman is saying, I've been having an affair with her husband. I was with her husband Friday morning. I've been dropped off at my own house after 5:15 a.m. And as I was walking in my front door, this woman appeared and confronted me about the affair.
So she was going into her own home.
Yeah, she's saying I was not going to this woman's house. West's husband spoke with the police and told him he had picked up the woman. They drove around for a while and he dropped her off at her house. So it's 2 against 1.
Mm-hmm.
He told officers that as he was driving away, he thought he may have seen his wife's car behind him. First of all,
you know your wife's car. The fuck is this?
There's nothing, just like a goddamn man, there's nothing more saying I don't really care about this woman than you going, it might be my wife's car. Oh, well, her problem, not mine. The woman told officers West slapped and punched her several times. She fell to the ground. West continued to kick her in the face and head. West is accused of taking the woman's cell phone. Oh, that's the robbery. And that fell during the alleged attack and taking it to her car. The woman said she followed West and got into her car to try to get her phone back. The two ended up driving around for a while looking for West's husband. What? A lot is happening. Did Tammy Roman come in and put y'all on the same team? These motherfuckers combined in the car?
Well, I know one thing. He said that might be my wife's car, but he had enough sense to get missing.
Yeah. Also, you know these old people, because this shit happened at 5 and 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah, bright and early in the morning. This ain't happening at no 2 or 3 where they come back from the club.
You know why? Because the early bird gets the worm. The worm is these women's curves underneath them dresses. Okay?
Yeah, they trying to get the early bird special. His dick.
Shortly before 7 a.m., they arrived at a house in Southeast Fort Wayne. The woman told police she went inside to use the bathroom and West tried to lock her in. Meanwhile, West was also calling her husband several times to convince him to come home. The woman told officers she heard West tell her husband I would shoot your bitch if he didn't come home. West is then accused of pulling out a 9mm handgun and battering the woman's face and neck with the gun, causing her to fall again. That's when West allegedly, I thought y'all on the same side looking for the husband. She must have got mad again.
Mm-hmm.
That's when West hit the woman in the back with the handgun and it went off, shooting the woman's back. The woman was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening condition. West's husband later told police he didn't want to come home because his wife was talking crazy.
What? Talking crazy about the affair you was having with this other woman?
Now, see, Karen, I can hear the crazy in your voice right now. I wouldn't come home if you was talking to me like that. So
talking
I feel like he got a point. He's not gonna say how he made her crazy, but she was talking crazy. That's for sure.
Sir. So you mean to tell me you knew that was your wife's car? I thought it was. No, nigga, you know your wife's car.
She has a gun. She's pistol whipping my side piece.
You know your wife's car got that scratch on the left side of it that she.
Well, what do you want him to do, Karen? You want him to come home? You think that'll fix the problem? Would that solve the situation? No, now it's 2 people shot.
Instead of one.
He knew that woman was dead when he saw his wife's car in the rearview mirror and kept driving.
He kept driving. He
said, "Damn, I'm gonna miss her."
He's like, "Damn, sorry to your loss."
Yeah,
sorry for your loss.
He knew what was up when that car pulled up behind him, and he heard the windows pull down and
riding right on past him.
He said, "Oh, nope. Just keep on going.
Nope, I don't think I'll be stopping today."
That's my wife's car. I hear something going on over there. Oh well." He didn't even text that woman to be like, that's like, don't trust these men, girls. Don't trust them.
Don't trust them, girl.
Don't trust them, girl. Okay.
Red flags.
Motherfucker couldn't even be bothered to text. Think I might have saw my wife. Couldn't even be bothered. So a hearing for her is set on Thursday. Guess the race of Paula West, aka Paula Dickey, the 66-year-old shooter.
I'm going black.
Karen's going black on this one. Let's check the chat room. Everyone is black, including the gun. Jackie Christie, is that you, black? 66 is too old to be fighting over some dick. Well, obviously you never had 66-year-old dick anyway, white. Well, that's true. I haven't, Tony. I'll speak for myself.
I'll speak for myself.
What do I know? No, not until you tried it. You getting in the way of these bullets, black, says Joe. In the corner, yelling yes in the sermon, black. Shirley, this is Barbara Black. Black wife's car was a Bonneville. He drives an 87 Cadillac with shiny Stacey Adams shoes, all black. It wasn't me, black. Is that the pastor? Black. Black, 2 names, she black. Buys wigs down at the Asian beauty supply, black. The correct answer is, wow, all y'all said the same thing. Can you imagine if you racist motherfuckers got it wrong? But you didn't. Yes, she's black.
Oh, I'm about to say.
What was it that gave away the blackness, Karen?
Just the whole situation sound like some Negro shit.
Okay, all right. Well, that's her, Paula West. Look pretty good for 66.
66. No, she don't look 66 because 66 at all.
Yeah, she looked pretty good for 66. She could have found another trifling ass 60-something-year-old man.
Child, it's so many dicks out there they smack you in the face every day. Child,
Right.
You could find another one.
But the way the Viagra situation is set up, you'll be all right. But nope, risked it all for some old penis. A 9mm handgun makes for an unhappy meal.
Everybody got them handguns today, apparently.
After asking a McDonald's patron to buy him a Happy Meal and some other grub, a North Dakota man pulled out a gun when his request was rejected and met with the suggestion to go get a job.
Okay.
George Demarias, 33, outside of the Bismarck restaurant, he got busted by police. Officers located a 9mm handgun, which Demarias had concealed in a stroller that his 1-year-old daughter was seated in.
What? It could have shot your baby.
Right. According to the probable cause affidavit, Trent Guthmiller, 43, was on break from work and walking into McDonald's to get lunch when Demarias asked him to buy him a Big Mac and a Happy Meal. Buddy said, go get a job. Then he proceeded to go inside the restaurant where he stood in line surrounded by innocent bystanders, some of which were children. Damarius allegedly followed Guthmiller into the McDonald's and pulled out a gun. Damarius then pointed the weapon at Guthmiller and said the victim had been disrespectful. Damarius proceeded to call Guthmiller a son of a bitch and tells him to fuck off before storing the firearm back in his waistband and leaving the restaurant. Listen, if it's hysterical, it's historical. All right, we know that. Must have hit a nerve. Police review of the security footage corroborated Guthmiller's account of the confrontation, which cops say left him in fear of his safety as well as the safety of the surrounding bystanders. He was arrested on a felony charge of terrorizing with a dangerous weapon. He is locked in county jail on $10,000 cash bond. Well, if he can't afford McDonald's, he ain't got it. Tell you right there. His female companion, Eloise Flying By, 27, was also collared outside the McDonald's, charged with giving cops a false name, pleaded guilty Monday to the misdemeanor and sentenced to 10 days in jail. Who's going to take care of the 1-year-old?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's in DSS custody.
All right, Karen, guess the race.
Who am I guessing the race of?
The man that pulled out the gun, Mr. What was his first name? George Damarias.
Damarias?
Yeah.
This is Mexican, Latino.
Okay, let's check the chat room, see what they believe the race is. Mr. George Damarias. In his child's life, white, the only nigga in North Dakota black, falling down white, says Miss Mars. Indigenous people, says Miss Smart. I thrive off negativity, him Latino. The correct answer is Karen. Oh, someone said it's pronounced Jorge Latino. Correct answer is Latino. It means many of you missed it. Time to get booed. That's his picture there.
Oh, no, this should have been the minimum range.
Yeah, it could have been. I just had too many to cover this week. But
one day I do want to sit down and just go through some of the minimum range stories. That'll be a fun show.
Okay. Well, right now you are 2 for 2, Karen.
Yay!
So that means we go to the bonus round.
That was why I ain't racist. How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to get
Gold teeth, gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big thigh, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
All right. This is the look of a man who just found something horrible in his KFC. Picture of a man with his thumbs down.
Oh no.
A man has spoken of his deep unhappiness and fears for his teeth after finding a screw in his KFC. You hate to see it.
KFC trying to screw him over? I couldn't help myself.
Well, it's KFC, you know. The worst thing could be in it is KFC. He pulled out a screw that appeared to have been fried with the chips.
Oh, shit now.
Now, chips over there are fries.
Oh, okay.
He is now saying he could have broken the tooth. He bitten into the screw. He said, I brought the meal and came home. I literally put a handful of chips in my mouth, and I could feel something rattling around in my mouth. And when I pulled it out, it was a fried screw. The IT worker said, I could have broken the tooth, but thankfully I didn't. He contacted KFC on Twitter, but said they only replied when he threatened them to inform the environmental health. Wow. The fact that they didn't reply to just his normal, like, there's a screw in this, until he was like, I'm going to get the EOC involved. It was like, okay, damn.
No, damn. I guess now.
I really thought KFC was better than this.
Me too.
My reaction is angry, sad, and disappointed.
Yes.
He said, I wasn't overly happy. I immediately contacted KFC on Twitter, and they completely ignored me for at least 48 hours. It was only when I threatened them with environmental health that they replied. They asked for a photo and asked where it was I purchased and said they'd get back to me. That was Sunday. There's been nothing since. He said he's been fuming at the lack of action. I was fuming. I go down to KFC once or twice a week. I've had a few issues, but nothing major. Yeah, just a couple of missing sauces, right?
That's normal shit.
Yeah. No screws in the fries. It was more concerning that they don't seem to be concerned that I found it in my food. They're not really taking what I told them seriously, which is what I expect from somewhere I go quite regularly.
Right. KFC looked at him, go, he got a screw loose. I know they basic ass jokes, but they funny to me.
You're on fire over there. Keep going. The one thing I'm disappointed in is I'm looking at the pictures of the fries. They don't have the fries like we have here.
Oh,
here we have the potato wedge fries.
Yes,
those things they spec.
Yeah, I like them.
Shout out to Nick Jew. I think I said it right twice this week.
Ah, shit now.
Okay. Gas me up, sis. But those potato wedges are good.
Mm-hmm.
But these are regular, like almost like broken McDonald's fries, and I'm like, I just want better for y'all in general over there in the UK.
I'm a good potato wedge lover.
Yeah, looking at these fries.
My reaction is angry, sad, and disappointed.
A KFC spokesman said, we have a strict process in place to prevent any foreign objects from entering the food we serve. Yeah, it's called the don't put foreign objects in the fryer policy. As a result, we take claims of nature very seriously, blah, blah, blah. We're in touch with Callum and we'll keep them updated. All right, Karen, guess the race of Mr. Callum Feehan.
Oh, white.
Karen's going white.
Oh, somebody said we don't have wedges here no more, just fries. So they got rid of wedges. That's sad.
Oh no.
That's sad. I like that.
My reaction is angry, sad, and disappointed.
Say no, Lakita.
I'm about to be paid white. Only whites regularly go to KFC. 11 herbs and spiceless white. Finger licking Home Depot good white. Those brick teeth were already bad. Skimming white.
Oh no.
Mandem almost fucked his whole grill up, which might have been an improvement across the pond. White.
Oh no.
The correct answer is, Karen, what'd you say?
White.
That's right.
White lady with that long tail.
No, that was my Twitter. Someone's giving the props to the actress that played in Game of Thrones. But this is him. This picture is hilarious.
Yes, it is.
He looked like the physical version of.
My reaction is angry, sad, and disappointed.
He looks not happy at all. He's like a emoji.
I can't even lie. If I was the KFC official account and he put this picture on the timeline, talk about he upset, I wouldn't have replied either. I tried to see if the shit is like a joke.
Right. Because that's what it looks like is he keep kidding. Yeah.
He's holding up one hand with a bag of KFC. The other hand is a thumbs down. And his face looks like the frowny face emoji.
It does.
So I can see why they would be like, don't reply to that shit. What? Who knows what the fuck he's talking about if any of that even happened?
Right.
But yeah, you guys did get it right. I don't think anyone got it wrong. So good luck. But do I really care about what happened to him?
Chickens are dying every day, people, at churches, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Really?
Chickens die every day, B.
Let's go finally to the last part of the show. Some sword ratchetness. Alabama man accused of killing mom with a samurai sword found not guilty by reason of insanity. Nearly 2 years after his mother was found stabbed to death from a samurai sword attack, an Alabama man was found not guilty of murdering her by reason of insanity. Damian Washam, these are black people, by the way. January 2022, he was 25 years old. He was accused of killing his mother, 61 Helen Nettles Washam, in 8 Mile, Alabama, according to the sheriff's office. He was also accused of attempting to murder his brother, identified by MCSO as Desmond Washam, and uncle George Washington Nettles, who was bedridden with cerebral palsy. After the attack, Damien fled the scene in a vehicle and a police pursuit began. When he was apprehended, authorities found a sword used to kill his mother, injure his brother and uncle in the front seat of the vehicle. She sustained 19 cuts on her head during the attack. And then he showed no remorse after murdering his mother. Yeah, I think this is that sticky situation, and I don't bring it up on Twitter and stuff, but in safe spaces with my friends and somewhat on this podcast. This is one of the reasons that I'll never be 100% on the mental illness can't do blank, whatever, because it's always like we have a very I don't want to call it transactional, it's something else, but we want to have a sympathy for people dealing with mental health issues. And we set it up as hey, they couldn't help themselves, and then we go from there right into like, well, if it's a mental health issue, we can't hold you responsible, and we also can't blame you, and we also, so there's always people that are like, but when we don't like something, we're like, that's not mental health.
Correct.
When it's Kanye West, it's not mental health. When it, that kind of shit. And I'm like, it probably is mental health, and it's just very inconvenient, and you can decide how you feel about it. I still think there's a responsibility to treat your mental health issues and be disciplined about it, if at all possible, because shit can spiral like this, and
yes,
and also it's different levels for different people. So often you'll find people go, well, I have such and such and I don't do that. Well, that's not your fucking struggle. Your brain chemistry doesn't react in that specific way, but we know it varies per person, and not everyone's burdened with the same level of whatever they're dealing with. So when I see somebody killed their mother, it's hard for me to be like, mental health had nothing to do with this. They just wanted to kill their mama, and it's inconvenient. So I do understand how you get a not guilty by reason of insanity, because it sounds like he did something insane. There's no reason to it. There's no planning. There's no, it's not, he didn't have an insurance policy he was trying to cash. He just fucking lost it for however long, and that's sad, because when you come back, if you come back to reality, look what you've done to everyone.
Right.
And often it's the mother and the father and the parents that do the taking care of these people as they get older and stuff. And why there was a sword in the house, I'll never fucking know. That's wild. But yeah, they said in January 2022, his father told Oxygen.com that his son had become interested in online conspiracy theories shortly before the murder took place. It's something he got into. I don't understand it. Crazy stuff. Egyptian gods of the underworld. He ordered that sword, another knife, other stuff that looked like he was planning to kill us all and burn the house down. I just wish I could ask him now what the heck all that was for. He had started listening to some crazy group of people, like a cult or something. Evidently, he had sent links to his sisters and were telling them about it, talking about the sun and getting energy from the sun. It was just something he got into 6 weeks ago. I don't understand it. Sound like Hotep shit.
He went down the black hole.
Yeah, that QAnon shit, all that online shit is dangerous.
Manosphere, all them shits is connected.
Yeah, all that shit is dangerous. But yeah, he was found not guilty by reason of insanity on the murder and attempted murder charges he was facing.
Is he gonna get help?
I'm imagining. So what happens a lot of times with these not guilty by, because I don't know if this is a sentencing situation, but a lot of times what happens is you're going to end up being in a mental hospital for probably the rest of your life.
That makes sense.
Or until they feel like there's, some grip on reality you have. But yeah,
I can see that. Yeah, because there's something broke there.
Yeah, and I think, we're so worried about stigmatizing people because of their mental health that at least the people on our side of the aisle have gone 180 degrees to me the other way, which is mental health has this limitation in your brain that it will stop at such and such. And I'm like, if people will kill their moms, it won't stop at anything. It won't stop at anything. You couldn't honestly believe it. Your brain can trick you and believe in anything. And hopefully, thank God, none of that won't be you and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I don't think there's any limitation to what the fuck your brain can do. All right. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening, everybody. We hope you had a good time. We'll be back with more stuff throughout the week. Wednesday is definitely Walking Dead. And until next time, I love you.
I love you too. Mwah.
Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your night.